Hey everyone! Today we're diving into one of the most talked about machines in Ducati's lineup, the 2026 XDiavel V4. This is a cruiser that doesn't just promise style, it delivers performance. Let's see how it does it. Let's start with the heart of the machine. Under the sculpted bodywork lives a 1,158 cubic centimeters V4 Granturismo engine, arranged at 90 degrees. With 4 valves per cylinder and a counter-rotating crankshaft. Peak output is claimed at 168 horsepower at 10,750 RPM and 93 lb-ft, is almost equal to 126 Newton-meters of torque at 7,500 RPM. But what sets this engine apart is how Ducati has tuned it. Rather than chasing top-end fireworks, much of the character comes from a responsive mid-range. In city riding or mid-gear overtakes, you'll feel good pulling from lower revs, rather than always needing to rev it hard first. Because the crank is counter-rotating, i.e. spinning opposite to the wheels, Ducati uses that to counteract some gyroscopic effect. In other words, making it easier to change direction and resisting unwanted wheelies during hard acceleration or braking. The transmission is a 6-speed with Ducati Quick Shift 2.0 for clutchless up and down shifts. The clutch is a wet multi-plate slipper/self-servo type. Also interesting, Ducati includes a cylinder deactivation feature on the rear bank when riding in certain conditions, e.g. in traffic or at low speeds, to reduce heat and fuel consumption. Now, power is nothing without control. The XDiavel V4's chassis is built around an aluminum monocoque frame, designed to keep things rigid yet manageable. Up front, there's a 50mm inverted fork, fully adjustable. At the rear, a fully adjustable monoshock, mounted to a single-sided swing arm. The rear wheel is especially bold, an 8.0 by 17-inch rim with a 240/45 ZR17 Pirelli Diablo Rosso 3 tire. On the braking front, the bike uses dual 330mm semi-floating discs up front with Brembo Stylema 4 piston calipers, and a 265mm disc at the rear. This is backed by a cornering ABS system. You also get Ducati's suite of electronics. Multiple ride modes, sport, touring, urban, wet, power modes, high, medium, low, traction control, wheelie control, cornering ABS, cruise control, keyless start, etc. The display is a large 6.9-inch TFT screen with optical bonding for visibility in bright light. Visually, the XDiavel V4 leans heavily into muscular and dramatic design. The silhouette is powerful yet compact. The teardrop fuel tank, exposed mechanical elements, and bold lines all work together to emphasize strength. One standout styling cue is the quad-exit exhaust running on the right side, which is both an aesthetic and auditory signature. Ducati calls attention to the lighting as well. The DRL, daytime running light, in a double C shape, integrated turn signals, and a sleek rear light in a minimalist tail section. The rims are inspired by muscle car styling, 5-spoke designs that give visual drama while keeping weight reasonable. The color schemes, burning red and black lava, are exclusive and intended to accentuate its volumes. Ergonomically, it keeps the cruiser traditions. Forward-mounted foot pegs, low seat height, around 30.3 in/770mm, and an upright posture. The passenger seat gets special attention too. It's wider, with more room, and thicker foam than previous XDiavel models. On the road, the XDiavel V4 rewards patience and smoothness. In relaxed or mid-gear riding, its torque-rich mid-range delivery makes city-to-highway transitions feel natural. But if you twist the throttle into the upper rev ranges, it has sportbike DNA. It accelerates hard and delivers that Ducati roar. Straight-line bursts are addictive. You'll often find yourself pushing past legal limits before realizing. That's how intoxicating the power curve is. In cornering, despite its long 63.8-inch wheelbase and a massive rear tire, it handles better than you'd expect. It may not flick like a pure sport bike, but turn-in is predictable. It holds a line confidently, and it doesn't feel as lumbering as some cruisers. That said, one quirk reported by testers is heel or boot scraping during more aggressive cornering. A reminder that although it's planted in cruiser ergonomics, the performance side tempts more spirited riding. Braking is strong and confidence-inspiring, thanks to the Brembo hardware and ABS system. One practical note, when riding in traffic or at low speed, the engine heat can be felt, especially around the legs. In some tests, the display temperature climbed beyond 200 degrees Fahrenheit during sustained riding. Also, mirror stability at higher speeds can suffer from vibration, making the view in them shaky. Still, the seat is well padded and absorbs a lot of vibration, so on long stretches it holds up decently. Now, what makes the XDiavel V4 special? Its unique selling points. It blurs the line between cruiser and sport machine. You get the visual attitude of a cruiser but performance that speaks Ducati's DNA. The V4 Granturismo engine is exotic in this category, high-tech, yet tuned for usability, with cylinder deactivation and a focus on mid-range torque. The counter-rotating crankshaft and advanced electronics help tame the power so the bike feels more manageable than raw spec numbers might suggest. The design lives and breathes details, from the exhaust layout to the lighting, to subtle accents like the Italian flag motif. Long maintenance intervals. Oil service every 9,000 miles or 24 months. Valve clearance checks at very high intervals. It's a statement bike for riders who want something that stands out, both in image and performance. In conclusion, the 2026 Ducati XDiavel V4 is not a compromise, but rather a bold reinterpretation of what a power cruiser can be. It's not perfect. The heat, mirror vibration, and quirks in low RPM clutch behavior get mentioned by reviewers, but none of that overshadows what makes it compelling. If your riding style mixes highway sweeps, technical bends, and a dose of show-off panache, this machine has a lot to offer.